All right, in this video, we're going to talk about something we all love, money. Yes, money. Let me show you lots of money. This is what lots of money looks like. So for many people, clearing $100,000, being a member of the six-figure club is an achievement. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to break down what it takes in order to clear $100,000 as a rideshare driver. So we're going to look at expenses, two main expenses, and we're going to look at how much you can make per hour, and we're going to really get down into the details of what you could do to create a plan to clear $100,000 within 1 year. And stick around to the end. At the end, I'm going to tell you whether I think this is a realistic plan or not. All right? It's going to take some hours. It's going to take some hard work. I'm going to break it all down for you, coming right up. Hey everybody, it's Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. I'm drinking my ceremonial Nespresso. All right. So I was a full-time driver from 2016 through 2019, and I drove in San Francisco. And for 4 years straight, I made over $100,000. My best year was $133,000. So that was pre-pandemic. Now I'm in Sacramento, and I wanted to see what would it actually take if I wanted to do this full time again, what it would take in order to make $100,000 to clear after the major expenses. So in this video, we're going to break it all down. Let's get into it. Maybe this will give you something to work towards, and you can be a member of the six-figure club as well. Okay, number one, how much for a car? So there's a couple ways you can go with the car. My current situation is I pay for my own car. So I've got between insurance and the car payment about $100 a week. But I'm putting wear and tear on my car. So what you're seeing right here now is what you can do. You could lease a car or rent a car through Uber and also through Lyft. And I picked this car because it's a hybrid. So you're going to get some pretty good gas mileage, which will lower our expense. And the cost for this car for unlimited miles, because you're going to have to do a lot of miles driving if you're going to make $100,000, is $272 per week. So we're going to put that figure into our spreadsheet when we're calculating what it's going to take, because we want to make $100,000 after paying for this car and after paying for gas. So those are the two main expenses we're going to consider. Number two, how much for gas? So I currently have a hybrid. And the analysis I've done is I'm paying about 10% of what I earn in gas. So if I were to make $100,000, if I were to make $1,000 in a week, I would spend about $100 of that on gas. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use 10% as the gas expense, assuming we're driving a hybrid, which gets pretty good gas mileage. Number three, how much can you make per hour? So this is really an important figure to calculate, because this kind of determines how many hours you're going to have to work. So what you're seeing right here is my last weekend earnings. I drove primarily for Lyft, and I made $850 driving about 22 hours. And that comes out to like $38, $39 per hour, okay? So what I'm going to use for the figure is 40, okay? Now that includes tips, that includes bonuses, and that includes surge, okay? So I feel that's a realistic figure if I were to do this full time. Because if I did this full time, I would work my schedule so that I could get more of the bonuses, more of the surge, and maximize my revenue. Currently, like what I just showed you, is very limited time. That was just like from 4 in the morning until like 11 in the morning. So I'm not taking advantage of, the afternoon bonuses. And on Friday and Saturday night, I generally don't take advantage of the late night driving. So I could probably make more like 45 to 50, but we're going to be conservative and say 40 is my dollars per hour that I could earn if I were doing this full time in Sacramento. Okay, number four, what's it going to take? How many hours is it going to take? So I did this two different ways. First, with a rental car. So what you're seeing here is the spreadsheet for with the rental car. So the goal is 100,000, and I'm putting 48 weeks of work. So we're going to take 4 weeks of vacation, 4 weeks of vacation, which leaves 48 weeks for us to work really hard. So in order to make that kind of money, we have to make $2,083 every single week. Then we got to add the car cost, which is $272, and the gas cost, which is $208. So in total, what we need to make each week is $2,563. And we're using $40 as the earnings per hour. And as you can see, that's going to require 64 hours of driving every single week. 64. So you could do that in 6 days with 11 hours per day. Or if you want to be a little more aggressive, you could do it in 5 days and drive 12 hours each day. Up to you. But that's what it would require. So 11 hours a day, 6 days a week. Okay. Now, what if you have your own car and you're paying less? So the next thing I'm going to show you is the same numbers on the top, but we need to make less per week, $2,391. And in this case, we only have to drive 60 hours. So we're basically driving 4 hours less if we're using our own car. But then again, we're adding the depreciation onto the car, which I'm not taking into account. So that would be 10 hours a day for 6 days. So what do you think? Is that something you could do? Is that something you could do? So what are the key takeaways here? I got to drink some more coffee. It's tasting particularly good today. So the key takeaway here is it can be done. I could make $100,000 working in Sacramento, driving my own car. If I worked 6 days a week and I did 10 hours, I would probably prefer to do 5 days a week and do 12 hours each day. So I'd drive like 6 hours, take an hour break for food, and then drive another 6 hours. And do that probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those would be the 5 days. And then take Monday and Tuesday off. So could you drive that much? Could you commit to doing that? I mean, let's face it, it's not that difficult. If you're looking at this image here, there are people that do a lot harder, more physical work than what we're doing. Just this last week, I had a guy who worked in a restaurant. He was a manager, and he was saying it was really hard to find people to work at his restaurant. And he is one of the best restaurants in Sacramento. And I said, well, where is everybody? Why is it so hard to find people? He goes, well, look what you're doing. You're driving around in your car with air conditioning, listening to your music, and you're making probably twice of what someone will make working in a restaurant. That's where everybody's going. They're all doing the gigs. So it's an attractive way to make money. And if you want to make 6 figures, that's it. So boom, I dropped the gauntlet. If you want to go do that, that's what it's going to take. Now, you may be working in a market where you can't make $40 an hour, and then it's going to be much more difficult. Or you may work in a market like San Francisco, where you could probably make $40 to $50 an hour, and it would be much easier. Sacramento is just kind of right on the border there, where you could do it. When I was working in San Francisco, those were the kind of hours it took me to make that kind of money. So it's not that different than what it was back in the good old days. So there you have it. That's how you make $100,000 as a ride-share driver. I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it inspiring. You want to go out and make $100,000? Just think, that's a lot of money. You can do a lot of good stuff with it. When you got 4 weeks of vacation, you can go on some pretty nice trips. And that's exactly what I did when I was doing this full-time back in San Francisco. If you like the video, please give it check that little like button. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, subscribe. We'll give you great content almost every single day. And be safe out there. Go tell someone you love them, and take care of yourself. Be safe out there. I'll see you next time. This is Jay Crater saying bye for now.